guys, this is your first time on the morning show with us, so we always
It
we have a
is.
we have a little tradition. We always start the show with what's been happening with you guys. So we'll let Ash start to give you guys an idea of what it is. Not that you haven't seen the show and know what it is,
You should
but
be watching. It's not rude.
we'll
What's
let
been
Ash.
happening? I'm here again to say that I've been doing the same stuff I've been doing since summer break has started. Nothing. Working on getting ready for next year. That's pretty much it. I don't do anything.
That's not true. You've read how many books
Oh,
now?
I've read 3 books.
And you got an
One
iPad.
of them I read within 12 hours.
Yeah.
And it was like a
Oh
500
my.
page book. I was very into it. I had to know what was going to happen. And then the other night I stayed up way too late because I just needed to finish. None of them have been like that great though. As I say, I spent 12 hours straight reading one, and then I'm like, oh, none of them have been that great. They've just been okay.
Yeah.
And then,
If you have book suggestions, you should tell me. I like to read like horror, thriller, mystery,
Ready Player One.
psychological.
dude, Ready
Yeah.
Player.
Oh,
Have you
that's
read
like
Ready Player 2?
fantasy though.
Yeah, but Ready Player One's still my favorite book of all time because
That's
very,
Sydney's-
very
that's
good.
like your favorite book of all time.
I love that one.
It's
That's a good
so good. It literally, I just walked through we have chapters up here, Indigo now, and it just was sitting there, and I'm just kind of read the back, and I'm like, sounds interesting. And honestly, the movie is absolutely
Oh, I
fantastic
love
too.
the movie.
It is.
But all 3 of those gates that you want to call it in the movie are completely different in the book, and it is
Yep.
way more awesome when you can use your own imagination when you read it. So
I agree. That is.
I can't do, like sci-fi. I don't have a very good imagination though. Everything's very black and white to me. I don't like. I'm reading stuff and I don't like picture it in my brain. Sydney's like, "This is the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life."
That's
It's
how
like-
I felt about like the Hunger Games series. Like I thought the books were better than the movie.
Well, I
Definitely.
do love the Hunger Games.
Hunger
I
Games
read
books
all
are good as
those
well.
in like a weekend in high school. So that was a loser.
Oh my
Books
gosh.
are always better than the movie, though. That's
most of
Yeah.
the time, yeah.
most of the time. That's usually the case.
I'm a historian, so I read a lot of history books. Like,
Oh my gosh, I'd rather die.
and
I hate
I like reading like autobiographies or biographies. Like when I was home last winter recouping from surgery, I read like a lot of the Obama books, like Becoming and his.
I have Becoming,
It's so
Obama.
good.
and it's like in the middle of my shelf, so everyone knows when they walk into my house that I'm a Democrat. Never read it yet, though.
Yeah.
But it is such a good book if you haven't read it. It's so those are my kind of books, but I like the Bourne Identity books, like the Bourne books. Those are really good.
I can't do
The
it.
Bourne series.
No.
Yeah.
You should check out Project Hail Mary, Andrew.
Project Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Yep, it's a good one.
Is that the one where they go up in the...
It's a space one, but sci-fi type thing. I thought it was really good, and I liked Ready Player One, so maybe you'll like
Do
it. as
you
well.
read your books or listen to your books?
I listen sometimes because I have a 45-minute commute to work in the morning.
Oh, yeah, that's
Same.
smart.
I listen when I drive to work too.
So it's a good way to get my mind just clear and free and ready for the day.
Yeah. When I had to, like, drive for work, I'd always listen to, like, podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, same.
I'm not a big
Or-
fan of, like, audibles.
Or I
What's
will
up,
put
Alec?
or I'll
How's it
put
going?
my phone on my like little stand in my car and I'll watch shows that I haven't been able to see. So I watch you guys sometimes.
I do that, too. When
If
have
I
to
can't sneak you at work, if I can't sneak. Like one time I was laughing and my coworkers are like, "What the hell are you laughing at?" I'm watching the Swintons.
We're hilarious. Oh, what a good time I was like, I can't. Autobiographies are not my favorite.
I
I prefer to watch them as movies.
like
Fair.
documentaries, autobiography. They're just boring.
got a lot of different autobiographies like around here. Like I think the one I can see right there is the Francis Ford Coppola, and then I got the Hunter S. Thompson right beside it, and then right beside that one actually is the Marilyn Manson one. So that's kind of.
That's
So
right.
I do have a lot of, but I listened to the Matthew McConaughey one on Audible there.
Your mom listened to that.
It was good. To be honest, like he's not all like, all right.
It's
Like,
like a normal person.
I'm doing an audible for y'all to hear me today. You know what I mean? No, like it's actually really informative. Like there's something in the book, like there's a specific story about his mom and like his dad and like something that happens there that is, in my opinion, needs to be heard through Audible or at least read to actually understand why Matthew McConaughey is the way that he is. And it's weird to say that. And when you finally get there or read the book or listen to at least that part, you'll be like, oh, this is very weird. Okay. And also don't listen to that near kids or young adults or anything like that. But it was really good. Like Audible is really good for that though too. When you can't sit there and put your whole mind to something for a little bit and you just want to listen, it's really nice.
Alex said the day Andrew shaves his beard is the day I'll shave my eyebrows.
The day I shave my beard is the day that the Red Wings hoist that cup once again, my friend.
Oh my, Andrew, that's another thing we have in common. We're both Red Wings fans.
Yep.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
one of the reasons it makes it so much easier to come down to Detroit in 2024.
Oh, it's so cool being an hour from that city. I love it. And the energy that it brings when Hockey Town's alive is incredible. But this is a football show, right? We're not talking hockey.
Yeah.
All we've done is talk about what I have done.
All right,
Moving
so-
on to somebody else.
All right, we're gonna
So
go to Kate. What's been happening with you, Kate?
Well, working, helping wrap my teenager school year up. That's been a
Oh,
challenge.
She's
Being a
done
mom-
now,
be-
isn't she?
Being a mom to a teenage girl is a full-time job in
I don't even
itself.
want to think about it.
Especially when you're a single mom and the only parent she has. It's just crazy to fathom my world. Sometimes I feel like I'm losing my mind. So, yeah, wrapping her school. She got all A's, so I'm very proud of her.
Yay.
There you go.
She's a great student. She has pre-med and medical school in her future right now. So gearing her up for her senior year and getting her ready to graduate high school in the next year is going to be a very busy, hectic year. But
so emotional too. I'm gonna
oh
die.
gosh, I cry every time I think about it.
Yeah.
And then, but that will open up my new chapter because then I will start looking at where Kate's going to go from here because Kate's not going to live here the rest of her life. So it's either looking at moving maybe towards Ann Arbor where, you know, the University of Michigan is, or moving over to Lake Michigan.
Tampa.
Move to Tampa.
There you
Tampa.
go.
That's where everybody goes.
Ugh. Yeah, that's where everyone goes to retire. That or Arizona.
Have you seen this porcelain skin? I think
That's
I'd
fair.
fry in Tampa. Kate, why don't you leave your house? Because as soon as I walk out, I'll have a 3rd-degree sunburn.
You and me both.
Yeah.
So,
I think the
yeah.
3 of you actually. 'Cause
Yeah.
Ash is in that boat
I'm
too.
definitely in that.
Let me
category.
guess, you tan, Sydney.
I
So
do.
easy. It's so annoying.
I go well. So what I do is
Because you get hit like
I get
you-
sunburnt for 12 hours and then it's a tan.
I get sunburnt for like
The rest of your
72
life?
hours, and then it doesn't end up being a tan. It just goes away, and it's like great.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Sounds
So
about
much
right.
pain
So-
for nothing. I'm a big like lather sunscreen everywhere person now though. Like when I was young I got burnt so much with blisters so bad, and now as an adult I'm like, no, I cannot get burnt. My skin. I'm gonna get wrinkles.
my whole entire skincare routine has SPF in it. So,
Yeah.
and
That's what I
that's
know.
that's something I've been really getting better at doing is like for the girls that watch all of our football stuff is my biggest thing I'm been getting into is health and skincare and taking care of myself more, especially having rheumatoid arthritis, like watching my diet more, trying to like get healthier. So one of the biggest things I've been trying to focus on.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
nice. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and
So Andrew, what have you been up to?
move
Yeah.
on to the bearded man from the north. And
Who's been up to something?
hey, Andrew's been up to something.
I mean, yeah, I
as
guess,
everybody's
yeah.
seen.
Yeah, been up to something. Finally got NSD back on track.
Woo!
First episode will be on Friday.
Ooh,
We got
so
Mr.
excited.
Sid. See if I can point where it right. There we go. Sid's up there. We got Sade will be our first guest on the first episode.
Wow, you're fancy, huh?
Yeah.
Mama, I made it.
I didn't even know
Mama,
that.
man.
I'm
So,
learning
yeah.
new things every day.
Getting that all set up. Just been working on that actually the last couple of days while I've had a little bit of time. Work has been going good. Like Kate's been saying, while she's been getting her one daughter ready for graduation, I'm getting my one daughter ready to go to school.
Aww.
I don't want that. I don't like getting older either. I don't like the fact that my daughter's about to go and, be the queen stuff of her class and me
Is she
inevitably
going to
get the
kinder?
call. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And she's going to the nice school. We just had the walkthrough and stuff like that, and like big field and all that. And they're going to be called the Sharks, which is great for me because I love sharks. And both my
that's
kids have
cute.
grown up with sharks basically all over the house and stuff.
Very cool.
That's
And
awesome.
so show the kids. Got a trip to Calgary coming up at the end of July. All has been good. Oh,
Nice,
and by the way,
nice.
we got football coming up soon.
So
Yes.
close. So close.
It's slowly getting there.
And
Happy Daddy's Day.
I don't know
Happy
who that
Daddy's
is.
Day.
Look.
And Andrew, I have to tell you, alive and in person right now, you are my spirit animal. I live through you.
Thank you.
Your energy just gives me energy.
Yes.
To be honest, like when working at the dispensary too, because there's a lot of people that come in and they're like scared. They're like,
Oh yeah, I get that too.
yeah. And
Another
so,
thing we have in common.
yeah, that we both work
Are you
at
guys
a
the same
dispensary.
person?
Essentially. And I have been told a couple times in the last few days, they're like, listen, I don't like coming into these stores, but like, thank you for your energy. It's a little bit more like inclusive when you can be like that. And I'm like, well, that's all I want to do is I just want to be happy. I want to make sure people understand that like we can have that type of energy even outside of COVID, guys.
Right.
We can still be happy. We can still live our lives and stuff like that. And yeah, so I appreciate it though. Much so.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Your energy is infectious. And that
It
for
is.
sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So everybody's having a good time. Sounds like.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Mine is just like Ash's, the same. I've been doing my card thing. It's been fun. Obviously working too. Got a little 2-year-old now.
2 is fun.
He's a good time. He's a lot of energy. Everything is. Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad.
Oh,
Come on, Dad.
literally
Come on, Dad.
can't do anything without. Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad.
Everywhere we go.
And then
Everywhere.
I get Sydney works from home, so like when I get him up in the morning and Sydney's working, he's like, "Where's Dad? Where's Dad?" And I'm like, "Dad's at work." He's like, "Shh," because he knows he's in here on the phone.
Is he your little mini me, Sydney?
Oh
Pretty
my
much.
gosh.
Yeah.
I'll
Awesome.
literally just be like laying on the couch and I just hear him, "Come on, Dad, come on, Dad." And they're like running back and forth all day and I'm just chilling. I'm like, how's it feel to be the favorite? How's it
Aw.
So, but he's. I mean, obviously, love the little guy. He's so much fun.
cute. It rained
Um,
yesterday and he loved the rain.
Yeah, he was running around in the rain. He was having a great time. That was fun.
I saw that on a couple of your stories there. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
And then we went out later in the day and it stopped raining. And he's like, "Oh no, where's the rain?"
Oh.
Arizona
Bye bye,
does-
rain.
Arizona doesn't rain very often, so it's probably the first time he can remember seeing rain. So
Yeah,
it's a good time.
Right.
So yeah, that's been fun. Andrew got into my last break that I did for cards, so
He
that
did,
was
and we
that was
traded
enjoyable.
teams.
Yeah,
I got the Cowboys.
that
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah, Ash is sitting there chirping like, "I hope he gets the Saints." I ended up with the Cowboys, and she's like,
That was so funny.
What are you saying?
and it's like here in the background, like, "All right, I'm buying a spot now because I'm gonna need those Cowboys spots."
Yeah. So that was
Aw,
fun.
Anthony.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for me though. Nothing too crazy on my end.
That's funny, Anthony. My stepdad's birthday is on Mother's Day, so anytime it sometimes falls on Mother's Day. So when it falls on Mother's Day, I'm like, "How's it feel?"
By the way, that's Kyle.
Yeah, I looked at the.
Oh, okay.
And then yeah, so
Yikes.
Anthony kills me every time. That's what's been happening with everybody.
Thanks for watching. If you liked that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.